What's up, Whites faithful? Listen up, because what I'm about to tell you will have you jumping off your seats. Whether you're celebrating in pure euphoria or screaming at your screen in absolute frustration, we've got 3 massive stories coming out of Elland Road right now, and trust me, every single one of them is going to hit you right in the heart. We're talking about a defender who's showing the kind of leadership this club has been crying out for. A midfielder who's putting Premier League giants to absolute shame with his numbers. And a striker who's being absolutely slaughtered on live radio. Picture this, a Welsh warrior taking full blame for dropped points, when he could easily point fingers elsewhere. A German magician creating chances at a rate that has him rubbing shoulders with Manchester United and Manchester City legends. And a former Everton man being told to put his handbag down on national television. So here's what I need from you right now. Smash that like button if you're proud of this team's fighting spirit. Drop a comment telling me which of these 3 stories has you most fired up. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because we're bringing you the inside track on everything Leeds United. The first story is going to restore your faith in what it means to wear the Leeds United shirt with pride. Let's go! Right, here we go! The first name I need to talk about is Joe Rodon, and White's faithful. This man is showing exactly what it means to bleed white and fight for this badge. Remember that gut-wrenching 93rd minute equalizer from Eli Krupi? The one where the Bournemouth players were completely unmarked at the back post. The one that had Daniel Farke probably tearing his hair out. Because we were seconds away from 3 massive points. Yeah, that moment that felt like a dagger through the heart of every Leeds supporter watching. Well, while most players would be looking around trying to find someone else to blame, pointing fingers at teammates or making excuses about concentration lapses, Joe Rodon has done something that absolutely separates the men from the boys in this league. The Welshman has stepped forward and taken full personal responsibility for that goal. Can you believe it? In an era where players are more interested in protecting their social media image, we've got a center back saying, "That's on me." Speaking to Leeds Live, Rodon didn't mess about with his words. He said, "As an individual and defender, I look at myself first. Could I have adjusted the line? Could we be higher from the free kick? And when we're in possession, could we not give it away and be more clever and smart in the dying moments of the game?" Listen to those words, Leeds faithful. I look at myself first. That's not just talk. That's the mentality of a warrior. That's the mentality of someone who understands what it takes to survive and thrive in the Premier League. That's a player who's not afraid to stand up and be counted when things go wrong. And here's what makes this even more special. Rodon wasn't even guaranteed to be a starter. When the season kicked off, Leeds had splashed serious cash on Jacob Beagle and Sebastian Bourneau in the summer. Big money signings who were supposed to come in and transform that backline. But Daniel Farke put his trust in Rodon alongside Pascal Struijk for that opening game against Everton, and guess what? They haven't looked back since. The partnership has been absolutely magnificent. These two have been absolutely rock solid in every single Premier League game. They've formed a defensive wall that's becoming the foundation of everything Leeds are trying to build this season. And Rodon isn't just defending. He got himself on the score sheet against Bournemouth with a towering header from a Sean Longstaff corner. The man is literally doing everything asked of him and more. But it's not about the goal, it's about the attitude. It's about having players willing to drive the team forward, willing to run that extra mile, willing to win tackles they have no right to win, willing to make those crucial interventions that can change the course of a match. If you build a team with 11 players who have Joe Rodon's attitude and mentality, you don't just survive in the Premier League, you thrive and make everyone take notice. This is the kind of leader Leeds United need. This is the character that defines champions. But while Rodon is showing leadership at the back, we've got another player showing absolute magic in the middle of the park. And the numbers are absolutely insane. Now we're talking Leeds faithful. Anton Stach might have arrived at Elland Road without the fanfare of a marquee signing, without the headlines or the social media hype. But this German maestro is proving to be the best piece of business we did all summer long. Absolutely no question about it. You want to know how good Stach has been. You want to understand just how crucial this man has become to everything Leeds are doing. Sit down and prepare to have your mind absolutely blown by these statistics. That put him among the Premier League elite. According to FotMob, Anton Stach has created 13 big chances in just the opening 6 Premier League games. 13 clear-cut opportunities for his teammates. And you know who he's tied with for second place across the entire Premier League? Only Jack Grealish from Manchester City. Yeah, that Jack Grealish, the one who costs £100 million. The one who's supposed to be one of the most creative forces in English football. Our boy is matching him step for step. And who's ahead of them? Bruno Fernandes from Manchester United, and he's only 3 chances ahead. We're talking about Bruno Fernandes, one of the best midfielders in the world. A player who's been dominating the Premier League for years. And our boy Statch is breathing right down his neck. This is absolutely incredible when you think about it. Leeds faithful, do you understand what this means? We've got a midfielder who arrived from Hoffenheim for £17 million, just £17 million. And he's performing at the same level as players from Manchester United and Manchester City. Players who cost 5 or 6 times what we paid. This is the kind of recruitment that wins you football matches and keeps you in the Premier League. Remember that free kick against Wolves? That absolute thing of beauty that curled into the top corner and had the whole of Elland Road erupting? That wasn't luck. That wasn't a fluke. That was pure quality. That was technical perfection. That was a glimpse of the amazing ability this man possesses and the world-class talent we've got in our midfield. The 26-year-old has the technical ability on the ball to unlock any defense in this league. The vision to spot passes that others can't see, while also being hugely physical and able to get up and down the pitch for 90 minutes without tiring. He's the complete package. He's exactly what Leeds needed when they got promoted back to the Premier League. The 49ers enterprise took criticism in the summer for what some saw as a lack of recruitment, for not spending big money on flashy names. But Statch is proving it's not about how many players you bring in or how much money you splash. It's about bringing in the right players who fit the system perfectly. Anton Statch could be the reason Leeds United stay in the Premier League at the end of this season. He's the heartbeat of this team. But speaking of importance, we need to talk about the elephant in the room. The striker, who's being absolutely destroyed by critics despite everything else going right. Right then, Leeds faithful, it's time to address the controversy that's got everyone talking. The debate that's raging in every pub, every living room, every social media comment section. Is Dominic Calvert-Lewin good enough to keep Leeds United in the Premier League? Can he deliver when it matters most? After that entertaining 2-2 draw with Bournemouth, a game where Leeds created a mountain of chances and played some absolutely beautiful football, you'd think we'd be talking about the positives, right? You'd think the focus would be on the attacking display and the quality of our play, but no. Simon Jordan, that loudmouthed pundit who never misses an opportunity to stick the boot in, has decided to absolutely slaughter Calvert-Lewin on live TalkSport radio. And the gloves were completely off. While most discussion centered around the defending for that heartbreaking 93rd minute equalizer that Joe Rodon took responsibility for, Jordan aimed his criticism squarely at the other end of the pitch. He singled out the missed chances by Calvert-Lewin during the match and absolutely slammed our striker with words that have sparked massive debate across the Leeds United fanbase. Here's exactly what Jordan said, and I want you to hear these words. If he'd been a bit more clinical on Saturday, then you could have gotten a result, and he's going to be a key component. Calvert-Lewin, if he can put his handbag down for once. Put his handbag down. The audacity of that statement. The disrespect. Put his handbag down. Can you believe that? Jordan, who's been a longtime critic of Calvert-Lewin throughout his career, was more than happy to dig him out once more after Saturday's draw. The man clearly has an agenda when it comes to our striker, and he's not hiding it anymore. Now, Leeds faithful, this raises serious questions we need to address honestly and without bias. Is the criticism fair? Should Calvert-Lewin have put away more of those chances against Bournemouth? And most importantly, is he the striker who can fire Leeds to safety this season and beyond? These are the questions keeping fans up at night. Look, nobody's denying Calvert-Lewin has led the line well since arriving from Everton. He's been working hard, holding the ball up brilliantly, bringing other players into the game with his intelligent movement. But when you're creating as many chances as Leeds are, with Anton Statch pulling the strings in midfield, like a puppet master, and players like Sean Longstaff getting into dangerous positions, you absolutely need your striker to be clinical. You need him to punish teams when opportunities arise. In the Premier League, fine margins make all the difference between success and failure. One missed chance could be the difference between 3 points and 1 point. One moment of hesitation in front of goal could literally be the difference between Premier League survival and relegation back to the Championship. Daniel Farke clearly believes in him, keeps selecting him week after week. But as we head into this crucial period with Tottenham coming to Elland Road on Saturday, the pressure is absolutely mounting on his shoulders. So here's what I want from you, White's faithful. Do you believe in Dominic Calvert-Lewin? Is he the answer to our goal-scoring prayers? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below because this conversation matters. We've got Joe Rodon showing incredible leadership and taking responsibility at the back. We've got Anton Stach creating chances at an absolutely elite Premier League level. But we desperately need our striker to finish those golden opportunities when they come his way. Will Calvert-Lewin silence his critics like Simon Jordan and become the hero Leeds need? Or will those missed chances come back to haunt us in the fight for survival? Smash that like button right now, drop a comment with your verdict on DCL, and make sure you're subscribed for all the Leeds United content coming your way. We're Leeds United, we're back where we belong, and we're here to stay. Marching on together.